Sometimes the scariest thing for a narcissist is not being exposed or confronted or even hated, is being erased. That thought sits in the darkest corner of their mind, like an echo they cannot silence. Imagine for a moment what it must feel like to rely so heavily on the reflections of others, to know who you are, only to feel that reflection dimming. For someone built on image, on attention, on the performance of self, the possibility of vanishing from people's minds is unbearable. Hatred still gives them shape. It still casts a shadow, but forgetting strips away even that. I am Zane, a relationship consultant and psychologist, and today on STR TV, we are going to explore why this fear of being forgotten cuts deeper than any hatred ever could. Let's dive in, my beloved viewers. Number 1. Hated but not invisible. Hatred, in its strange way, still feeds a narcissist. It means you are still thinking about them, still carrying them in your thoughts, still devoting emotional energy, whether it is fury or heartbreak or disbelief. And for them, that energy is life. When someone hates them, they can twist it. They can frame themselves as the villain, the martyr, the misunderstood genius. But being forgotten? That is different. It is silence, and silence is suffocating to them. Because when no one remembers their words, their beauty, their betrayal when no one is holding their memory tightly, it is like looking in a mirror and finding no reflection. Number 2, the fragile performance. Think about it, so much of a narcissist's identity is a crafted performance. They live on stages they create in their relationships. The charming entrance, the sweeping gestures, the exaggerated apologies, even their betrayals are theatrical. It is all designed to leave an impression, to keep them unforgettable. But when people stop talking about them, stop retelling the story of what they did or who they were, it is as though that entire performance collapses into dust, and in that dust, a terrifying question lingers for them. If no one remembers the show, did it even happen? Number 3, the panic of fading out. This fear is sharpened by what narcissists know deep down but never want to face. Their image is fragile. The admiration they seek is conditional. The power they wield over others is temporary. And the grip they hold on someone's heart can loosen. This is why they recycle old relationships, reaching out years later, or suddenly pop back into someone's life, pretending nothing happened. This is why they rewrite history, trying to change the narrative of their past. The thought of their name slipping into the quiet corners of someone's mind, becoming just another face, another memory they cannot tolerate it. Number 4, why they need to leave a scar. Here is the uncomfortable truth. They do not just want to be remembered. They want to be unforgettable, even if that means through pain. This is why they deliver those cruel words that sting years later, why they orchestrate betrayals that carve deep emotional wounds. They do not simply leave, they leave a mark. Because if you are still hurting, if you still flinch when their name is mentioned, if you still have nights where you replay the conversations, they are still alive inside you. In their mind, that is better than being erased. Number 5, forgetting is power. But forgetting is not just a passive act, is power. When you stop rehearsing the story they fed you, when you stop assigning weight to their absence, you reclaim the parts of yourself they tried to own. This is why they sense it almost like radar when you are moving on. Suddenly, there they are again. The sudden text, the I miss you, the half-hearted apology. But it is not love, it is panic. Panic that they are slipping out of the world they carefully wrote themselves into. Number 6, the one thing they cannot bear. For most of us, forgetting is part of how we heal. We let the edges of the pain blur. We let names become distant. But for a narcissist, being forgotten feels like disintegration. Their very self-image starts to crumble into something painfully small and painfully ordinary. And that is the one thing they cannot bear, to be ordinary, to be just another face in someone's faded memory. Have you ever had someone from your past suddenly reappear, almost as if they could feel you letting go of their memory? Share your thoughts below. I always read them. And if this spoke to you, make sure you subscribe to STR TV. Because the conversations we have here are about untangling the truths most people are too afraid to talk about. Next time, we will talk about why narcissists stage dramatic exits and why those exits are rarely the end. Until then, trust your instincts and keep listening to what your own feelings are trying to tell you.